Investigators allege Tom Randolph is a serial killer who has managed to get away with murder after murder for 30 years.
We have 6 ex-wives, 4 hitmen hired to kill those wives, 2 unexplained, very mysterious deaths, and in each of those situations, he had life insurance policies totaling hundreds of thousands of dollars that he collected on these wives.
And Randolph's collected a lot more if you count the fortunes prosecutors say he bled from his wives while they were still alive. How much money do you think he got away with?
Well, over his career as a wife killer, it's into several $1,000,000.
Now detectives and prosecutors want nothing more than to bring the alleged Miriam the murderer monster to justice.
He's a malignant narcissist.
I think he is a sociopath. People are just numbers to him.
Very rarely do you get a true sociopath and a psychopath, and that's exactly what he is.
And after an exhaustive investigation into the murder of Randolph's 6th wife, Sharon, police get the green light to move in and arrest the so-called Black Widower.
He's at his mother's house.
But it doesn't appear Randolph is about to go quietly.
He has some object in his hand. The officers don't know if it's a gun. They continually demand that he show his hand and what's in his hand. He doesn't do it, and they end up tasing him.
Only to learn that object in his hand was a glove.
And then he's taken into custody.
But it is an incredible 9 years before Randolph makes his first trial appearance. His looks and demeanor shocking those in the courthouse, including Eric Tarantino, a man he'd allegedly tried to hire to kill second wife Becky.
The man that sits before you today isn't the man that I dealt with 30 years ago.
Randolph doesn't even look like the same man he was at the time of Sharon's death. At age 62, overweight, pale, and with his long white hair tied in pigtails, he is barely recognizable. And some even mistake him for a woman as he steps forward to profess his innocence.
I didn't kill anybody.
Our news partner in Las Vegas, KSNV, reports the judge herself is said to be outraged by Randolph's appearance.
We are told the judge in the case ordered him to cut his hair.
Nor does Randolph make a good first impression when he calls her incompetent.
When I talk to the other attorneys, they say, all you're going to do is piss her off. You're going to make it look stupid, make it look silly, whatever, and she's just going to hold it against you. Well, you're not supposed to hold anything against me because you're fair. You're a good judge.
He also accuses his public defender of malpractice and the prosecutor of being corrupt in long, rambling statements that don't seem to make any sense.
There's also those witness statements.
Now Randolph's life is on the line, facing the death penalty if he's found guilty of arranging the murder of wife Sharon. Then executing Michael Miller, the hitman he's accused of hiring to shoot her to death in their Las Vegas home. Cops say Randolph killed Miller to keep him from coming back to testify against him like another hired hitman, Eric Tarantino, did. What was his exact defense? Was he sticking to the heroic husband?
Sure. His defense, it had to be in some sense because his, what we call the walkthrough video.
Boom, boom, boom.
That walkthrough video is this dramatic reenactment of the crime Randolph did for police cameras.
I thought I just seen like a shadow.
Saying he fearlessly chased down Michael Miller and shot him dead in self-defense after Miller had murdered Sharon.
I just kept right on going. Boom, boom, boom.
He's literally tied to that version of events. His lawyers would have a very difficult time to shift off of that. So his defense was he's the hero, not a killer.
And his attorney claims Randolph was arrested and charged on purely circumstantial evidence.
And the truth is that Thomas Randolph didn't do anything that would merit him being charged with killing his wife.
Next, the verdict that could send Tom Randolph to the death chamber for first-degree murder.
We, the jury in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Thomas William Randolph, as follows.
Gone is the long pigtailed hair that had some mistaking him for a woman when he made his first court appearance. Now Randolph looks all business as his own life hangs in the balance.